It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Birds and the Bucks, next on Madden Football.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Lavonte David doing his work on defense. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Three plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
A pass caught by Saquon. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down. And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory, but you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st down is Mayfield. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Gain of 12 and a 1st down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. In motion, the tight end Uzama. Hurts, going to keep it on the option. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Once again, it's Barkley. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. He's got his man. It's Smith. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Second and 7. Hurts will try it again. He runs with it. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll run again. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Dotson, the man in motion. To throw on second down is Hurts. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of running back Bucky Irving. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bucs offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll go again here with Irving. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Baker to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is the stop they talked about. This is how they wanted to start this second half and try to get back some of this momentum they lost in the first. Now, can their offense capitalize and take advantage with this possession?
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. They send Britton Covey back deep. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Eagles offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. And he will get into the end zone. Dallas Goedert, touchdown Eagles.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles are on top. It's now 10-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Right back to Irving. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Irving. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, it's Irving. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Motion man, sent right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And the reception for Chris Godwin. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They'll run with Irving. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes Otten in motion. 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. Throwing is Mayfield. That is brought in at the 10. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, first and goal. They'll drop to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
For the lead, here is third and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I don't envy the decision that this head coach has ahead of him. This is why you get paid the big bucks. Do you play it safe and kick the field goal and try to extend the game? I think if I'm him, down here inside the 5-yard line, fourth and goal, I can win this thing in regulation. I'm keeping this ball in the hands of my offense, and I'm going for the win.
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, first and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for second and 2. Hurts. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And that is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down. On play action, here's Hurts. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Hurts again. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bucs have it.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
Here's 1st down. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Going up top for Evans. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What a game this has been. It hangs in the balance until the very end, yet somehow they get a touchdown here late, Mike, and it looks like they're going to be able to pull this one out in the final seconds of the game.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They can send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.